How a wizard who will grow to defend the innocent learns at his grandfather's knee.
Hello, Ray. Are you ready for your lesson?
Yes, Grandfather.
Good. Today we're going to talk about the 4 elements. Actually 5 elements. Now I'm going to start this off. The chemicals of the periodic table, on the periodic table of elements, the chemical elements are the chemical building blocks of all matter. Anyone who tells you different isn't a mystic, they're an idiot. But what a mystic means by the elements is different from what a chemist means. The best way to describe the elements as a mystic sees them is states of matter. So, earth is all solids. Water, all liquids. Air, all gases. Fire, all forms of energy. Now, when you start to understand it that way, you can start to codify things. You have the 2 primes, fire and earth. They exist, and they're the only 2 that it can exist in a pure state. And the only place that anything exists in a pure state, you might get pure earth in deep space at absolute zero, where there's no molecular motion whatsoever. You might get pure energy in a high plasma burst coming from the sun, or in subatomic particles roaming freely through the interstellar void. Everything else becomes a blending. Now, if you take Earth and infuse it with energy, it, no matter what the substance is, eventually becomes liquid. So it becomes water. And to a mystic, in this context, water can be at 10,000 degrees Celsius. If that's when the thing melts, that's when it becomes water. Then you add more energy, it becomes air. It will turn into a gaseous state. If you add even more energy, when you get to extreme levels of energy, you start to break down the actual bonds and form a high energy plasma, which is pure energy. It is not matter as we conceptualize matter. So this is the essence and the beginning of how to conceptualize the 4 elements as a mystic. Now, there's also a psychological allegory for each one of them, and a spiritual allegory for each one of them. But I want you to think on that. Think of what happens when you add fire to things. Think of what happens when you take it away. Look at the world around you, because that is what the essence of magic is. Look at the world. See how it reacts. See what it does. And then see if those situations repeat themselves. It's an expansive way of seeing things, whereas the scientific method is a reductionary. And the 2 of them together are a formidable tool towards the growth of humanity and your own personal growth.
Read Nukekubi, Book 1 of the Chronicles of Ray McAndrues, to experience the mystical adventures of Ray as an adult. Available in fine bookstores everywhere, through Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And please visit my website for more on Ray, mystical practices, and my other fine literary works.